best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Introducing first, to my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white with black. Official weight, 121 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 5 victories against 5 defeats, all 5 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from Lakewood, Colorado, please welcome SHAWN Bones Nichol. And his opponent across the ring to my left, fighting out of the red corner. He wears silver with red and blue. He also tipped the scales at a ready 121 1/2 pounds. He has a perfect professional record consisting of 7 victories. He has 5 of those coming by way of knockout. From New Haven, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen, Louis, the KO King, Rosa.
Speak English? All right, listen. Get your cups. Let me see your mouthpiece. Let me see your mouthpiece. Let me see yours, okay? All right, listen, 3 things. When I tell you guys to stop, I want you to stop. When I tell you to break, I want you to break, and I want you to break clean. When I tell you to box, I want you to resume fighting. Now listen, good luck to both of you. I want you to touch gloves, come out fighting at the bell.
All right, Louis Rosa and SHAWN NICHOL. Brian, what do the numbers tell us?
Well, the numbers tell us everything's even, but it doesn't tell us. I think this fight is going to come down to confidence and attitude. One guy's undefeated, other guy's sports a 500 record.
Well, referee Bob Benoit's ready to have the bell rung, and these two do know each other. It was only 2 months ago that they fought in Hartford. A very close decision, 6 rounds. It went the way of Louis Rosa. He says he was sick. He said he still won the fight. Nichol said, of course, I know I won the fight. And you see right off the bat that SHAWN NICHOL is a southpaw from Colorado.
Well, I did not see the first fight, but generally speaking, if you have an undefeated guy against a guy with a losing record, and it's a majority decision, chances are the guy with the losing record probably edged it.
Well, interesting. SHAWN NICHOL yesterday in analyzing the first fight said, I know Louis Rosa can't box. So he says he's going to box this time. The first fight, there were a lot of toe-to-toe exchanges. And Louis Rosa, who was a top amateur, part of the U.S. national team in '09, he is a very heavy-handed fighter. I've seen him fight 2 or 3 times. He can beat you up to the body really strongly.
Nice counter right hook by SHAWN NICHOL.
They kind of lock gloves there, and that's a heavy left hand to the body by Louis Rosa.
And Rosa has turned southpaw here. But what I see early on, what I like from SHAWN NICHOL, he's waiting. Watch him. He's waiting for Nichol to finish punching. I'm sorry, for Rosa to finish punching, for him to punch. He's trying to catch Rosa pulling out.
And keep in mind, Nichol with that 5-5 record, but all 5 wins by KO. And Rosa back to the orthodox stance.
See, watch on the inside. When Rosa finished punching, Nichol is trying to catch him pulling out.
Some decent body work there by Nichol.
Nice body work. His hands are free. He's keeping his hands moving.
That's getting a little rough in there. And one thing to look for, a very common problem when an orthodox fighter fights a southpaw, watch out for those heads clashing, because they are doing some work on the inside here, and they're both pushing forward. Right hook there by Rosa.
He turns southpaw.
Excuse me. This is the second time Rosa has switched. And a right hook to the body and 2 left hands by Louis Rosa.
Nice body work from both guys on the inside early on.
That's certainly been a competitive first round. Last 10 seconds here. Good action. End of round one.
Well, at the end of the round, just as the bell sounded, you see Rosa land a nice left hand that's going to shake up Shawn Nichol for a split second. Right there. And he was truly saved by the bell.
Hot pace in round one.
You don't stop. But I want you to turn, and you're going to see everything. Head movement. Real good, Shawn. That should be your round, that first round.
Shawn jab.
And he's going.
Jab more. Boom, boom, boom.
Jab, rotate everything. Listening, feel good?
Okay, guys.
Ready for round two, scheduled for 6 super bantamweights. That's 122 pounds. Also junior featherweight. Luis Rosa in the gray, blue, white, and red trunks. And when you wear trunks like his and they say KO King, you better be able to punch. And Shawn Nichol in the white, black trunks. He's from Colorado.
So you know he's going to be in shape.
Thin air, right?
You walk around and you get in shape out there. And I like Shawn Nichol. He came out moving, jabbing this round, which he told you yesterday at the weigh-ins that he's going to, he planned on boxing Rosa.
But right now he's applying the heat.
Well, he's boxing aggressively.
Trying to draw some leads to work off of. Oh, and there it is. A counter right hand, a straight right by Nichol. One thing these fighters have in common, they both have their fathers as trainers. Luis Rosa Sr. and Steve Nichol.
I thought you were going to say both these guys are small.
Hey, you know I love these. I love these divisions. These guys are all fighters. Good counter right hand by Nichol. He's mixing it up. Now you see he's moving a little side to side, a little bit of a crouch. At times he's come forward, trying to draw leads from Rosa.
And that's why I said with a 5-5 record, he shows some intelligence in it. Nice jab down and up.
A nice adjustment there by Rosa, adjusting the level of his punch as Nichol came in low and Rosa landed an uppercut. There's been a lot of wrestling in this fight. Rosa's strong for the weight. You can just see it. You know, broad across the back, big shoulders. He's really one. There are not a lot of good prospects at this weight on the East Coast. He is one of them, though. He's managed by Mike Criscio, one of boxing's top managers. Had Chad Dawson and Alfredo Angulo. Nichol trying to get the jab going. And right there, Luis Rosa warned for pushing down on Nichol's head.
But I like the rhythm that Shawn Nichols has shown. Now, he's certainly mixing it up. He's inside, he's outside, he's jabbing, he's going power shots on the inside.
Both guys landing heavy shots here in the last 10 seconds of round two. We'll be right back.
Ducking his head down. I know he's getting hit, but he's part of the problem. He's putting his head down, getting hit behind the head.
He's holding too.
Mano a la cabeza, mano al cuerpo, mano a la cabeza. Step back to the uppercut like a Tony.
Steve Farhood and Brian Adams here at Mechanics Hall in Worcester, Mass. This is round 3 of a scheduled 6 super bantamweights. Luis Rosa in the red, white, and gray trunks. And an aggressive Shawn Nichol with the black and white trunks, and they're brawling now. This is the way a lot of their first fight went.
And you can certainly tell that the first fight was close, that both guys felt they won, because both guys felt sort of confidently.
Big left hand by Rosa, but Nichol is landing that left hand again and again.
You know what? Rosa better be careful. He's trying to take those shots and fire right back. But Nichols has that 5 wins and 5 knockouts, so he should be careful.
And keep in mind, Nichol did drop Rosa in their first fight, although it was more of a flash knockdown. Of course, Rosa claimed it was a slip. So these two know each other well.
And Rosa's more in an aggressive posture right now. Hands tight, hands high and tight. More in an aggressive posture.
Nichol tries a left uppercut there, doesn't land. Referee Bob Benoit, but I think we're gonna make the same point there, Brian. We've been working together too long.
He's certainly getting his money's worth in this bout.
With little guys too, and he's a big man. Nice counter double hook by Rosa.
But Benoit is doing something smart here. He's staying close. He's stepping around, doing it in a low posture.
But we've mentioned that there are a lot of knockouts between these guys. 10 KOs and 12 combined wins. But I'll tell you, the fighter that seems to be the harder puncher to me is Rosa. Not by a lot. Maybe he's just physically stronger.
I was going to say, his punches appear to have more zip on it because he's a little bit more compact. His arms, I think, are a little shorter. But I think Nichols' punching power is better.
Maybe sharper with the left hand?
Yeah.
There's a right hand by Rosa. And combination by Rosa. When this round is over, Brian, or at the start of the 4th, I'll ask you for your score, because this is turning into a pretty interesting 6-round fight. A rematch from 2 months ago.
Hitting him, bud. Fuck him up. His body's... Okay, listen to me one more time. When I say check, I don't want you to stop and check. I want you to start doing that shit. You know what I mean by check, right? You got to do it, Sean. But don't stay there. Now I want you to turn the opposite way and throw that fucking dip. Do a multiple one time, but don't do it to where he sees it. Bob and weave, bam. Throw that left hook and fucking...
Okay.
We begin round 4 of a scheduled 6, and there's a straight left hand by Nichol that rocks Rosa.
When Nichols' dad told him in between rounds, cut it off, stop playing. Go right at this guy. And that's exactly what he did.
He went right up the middle with that left hand. This is scheduled for 6 super bantamweights. Rosa reaching there and reaching Nichol there with a counter punch.
And Steve, it's funny, last round you said you wanted to know my scorecard.
Go right
Again,
ahead.
we have been working long together too long. Because I was going to say I have an interesting scorecard. I have it 29-29. Gave the first round of Rosa, second round of Nichol, and the last round I scored even.
All right, I think Rosa has a small edge. We'll see as it develops. But certainly a great start in the fourth here for Nichol with that straight left hand that rocked Rosa.
And Nichol has Nichols has Rosa moving backwards this round. First 3 rounds, you know, Rosa stood his ground and he fought.
Nice.
This round he backed up a little.
Nice left hand to the body and another.
That was low.
And sort of a semi-warning there by referee Benoit. Luis Rosa loves going to the body. There it is again. And that time he follows with a right hook and an uppercut.
Good head movement on the inside there by Rosa.
We've seen a lot of this. Those arms are locked in a very awkward position. Brings to mind Mike Tyson maybe trying to break somebody's arm in there a few fights back.
Mike Tyson, no.
You wouldn't do that, right?
No.
Okay. I must be confusing him with Brian Adams.
And you're talking about the friends both a fight with Mike Tyson.
That's right.
This is a good pace here. And as I said, you know, Shawn Nichol being from Colorado, I don't expect him to tire or fatigue. But Rosa has kept up a hard, fast pace.
It has been fought at a fast pace, but what makes it a very intriguing fight is at times they box, at times they have wrestled, fought on the inside. Fighters taking turns being the aggressor. It's been a very interesting fight in that regard. A lot of changes in momentum. And again, Rosa going to the body. He's made a nice comeback this round after that near disastrous left hand to the head that he took in the first 5 seconds.
He certainly made the judges forget about that early left hand he got hit with.
And they exchange shots here in the last 10 seconds of round number 4.
Well, in the 4th round, there was some sustained action there on Rosa's part. He got caught early with a straight left hand. But as the round progressed, he started to land some nice body shots and really put some work in on Shawn Nichols.
Va a salir rápido tirando, moviendo la cabeza.
Mueve la cabeza y tú tienes que meterle tanto fuerte la cabeza. Cuando te vaya a cambiar para acá, no te sepas, pum, 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 pum. Combinaciones, lo que estamos practicando.
Yeah, coming into it.
Tienes 5 rápido.
Okay.
We're set for round 5 here at Mechanics Hall in Worcester, Mass. Steve Farhood and Brian Adams for Broadway Boxing. It's been a real good fight. Scheduled for 6 super bantamweights. Luis Rosa.
In a very good fight.
In the silver, red, and blue trunks. He's the undefeated fighter, 7-0 with 5 KOs from New Haven, Connecticut. Former top amateur star. He's only 20 years old. And he's taking on Shawn Nichol in the black and white trunks. Shawn Nichol is 22 years old. He's 5-5, but much more competitive than that record would indicate.
And let me expand on that somewhat. I'm talking, expand on Luis Rosa. Top amateur, 20 years old. This is a problem I feel with American boxing, USA boxing. How come this guy didn't stay amateur another 2, 3, 4 years? You know, really establish himself, learn the craft, nice body shot there. Learn the craft and then go professional. Guys, they win a few titles early on and they quick to jump into the professional ranks. That's why you don't have no real clear star in boxing. Because the stars are developed in amateurs.
Well, Rosa on his way as a professional, 7-0. The only counter argument I could make, Brian, just to play devil's advocate, at this weight, fighters mature pretty early. And while 20 is very young, you know, if he'd waited another Olympic class, he would have been getting started at 22 or so, maybe not become a contender 24, 25, 26. There's a right hook, counter right hook by Nichol.
But Rosa took it well, though.
He did. And there's a straight left by Nichol. And now Nichol getting aggressive, but again, Rosa going to the body. Was that right hand low? I couldn't tell.
Now, from this angle, it appeared to be on the belt line.
Listen, not behind the head.
These fighters at times have shown a lot of skill. At times they've shown a lot of strength. They've wrestled. Rematches are not always as good as the originals. Maybe this fight not quite as explosive as the first time these two met, but still a very, very interesting and exciting 6-round fight. This is round 5. A soft left hand there by the southpaw, Nichol. Heavy body work by Rosa. Oh, that left hand landed. Maybe low, but the left can't see it, and Nichol does all he can do. Come back and go toe-to-toe. This is the end of round 5.
Well, action in this round. Sustained body work. Nice body punches by Rosa. Digging, that one may have been a little low, but he's digging those body shots. Then he's coming up to the head. If you kill the body, the head will certainly fall.
Everything out.
Last
Listen,
round. This is the last
everything
round.
out. I don't give a fuck what happens. You go ahead and throw everything. Don't get caught. Everything. Let it all out this round, Sean. We've been practicing, training like a dog for this. No more, Ray. Okay? Big breath.
Rápido se va. Más rápida. La combinación es rápida.
Está aguantando demasiado, Gonzalo. Vamos a trabajarle, vamos a trabajarle.
Este round necesitamos
The sixth and final round.
Touch 'em up fighters, round 6. These fans appreciate this good action. Luis Rosa and SHAWN NICHOL fighting only 2 months after their first 6-rounder, which Rosa won. Nice right hand by NICHOL. And SHAWN NICHOL, something I should have mentioned earlier, he's a southpaw, but he's a natural right-hander, so you know he's going to have a decent right hook, and he just showed it. Nice left hand by NICHOL. Seems to me, Brian, that the individual shots in this fight have been delivered by NICHOL. Maybe the flashier shots, but the body work by Rosa can't be ignored.
Correct. Output can't be ignored, and the body punches can't be ignored.
Yeah, he's been maybe a little busier. And there's Rosa counter-punching.
Nice right hook by Rosa from a southpaw stance.
You can roll your R's. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Luis Rosa.
There you go. You see Rosa mixing it up. Now he's staying on the outside, waiting for NICHOL to lead. Brian, with this 6th round remaining, what's your card say?
I have Rosa up 49-47. I think he clearly won the last 2 rounds. I scored the 3rd round even, but I thought 4 and 5. He clearly stepped it up and dominated.
Well, I have Rosa ahead too, and I think the difference has been his body work. Now he's a little bit in defensive mode here, moving around a little bit, but now he effectively counterpunches. Oh, right lead, the big left hand by Rosa.
And fights like this can only make a young guy better.
Well, that's why they took the rematch. Both guys wanted it. Obviously, Rosa won the first fight. He didn't need to have a rematch, but he chose to. And one of the reasons, to be honest, is there are not a lot of 122-pounders to fight on the East Coast in America. It's been a grueling fight. A lot of wrestling on the inside.
I love the inside body punches by Luis Rosa.
in the early days of Broadway boxing, we saw a 122-pounder out of Brooklyn, Gary Stark. The difference between Stark and Rosa, Rosa physically just built differently and is a lot stronger, while Gary Stark was a good boxer. And that was dangerous there because Nichol looked at the referee who was warning Rosa. Nichol could have been sucker punched there, but he wasn't. I think the ref's going to be glad when this fight's over. Again, good body work by Rosa. He's putting his head down and digging in as we reach the last 10 seconds of this 6-round super bantamweight fight. It's been a delight. Luis Rosa and Shawn Nichol, they go the distance here at Mechanics Hall. Brian Adams, real quick, how do you have it as a final score here?
Final score, I have it 59 to 46.
To 56.
I'm sorry, 56 in favor of Luis Rosa. I think he remains undefeated.
No argument from me. You saw Nichol's handler, his dad, Steve, put him on his shoulders.
Well, both these guys, the last round, neither guy tried to coast. Neither guy felt they had it in the bag. And you can see Luis Rosa, he pinned Shawn Nichols against the ropes. He dug body shots. He just kept his hands moving. He kept trying to get Shawn Nichols out of there.
Good effort from both guys. Maybe the difference, Luis Rosa's consistency. All right, we're about ready to make this official. The scores will be interesting. They went the full 6, Luis Rosa and Shawn Nichol. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Diamond Dave Diamante, and make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action here at Mechanics Hall, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, Matthew Regan, Roland Milton, and Ken Volovic, scored this bout identically, 59-55, for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Luis, the KO King, Rosa.